Welcome back to Let's Play Dungeons & Dragons Online Permadeath. I had to re-record the start of this video because I lost part of the recording. So I ran across the Explorer area, realised I didn't have the quests and had to recall out and start again. And apparently I lost that little bit of recording. You didn't miss much, I just killed like 10 or 20 enemies going across the Explorer area. Back to the video. Okay, Necrodoom isn't going to be that easy on this character. I'm not all that good against the undead. Charm Person is still probably my best spell. But I should be alright. I guess the end boss will be the main problem. Which reminds me, I should be bringing in my skeleton, since that is what will make it all easier. There he is. And shrining here as much as anything else, just to swap spells, since we know Charm Person will be no use in here. Yeah, I guess we'll just go defensive.
The decrepit catacombs are slightly obscured by the falling water. You enter a musty hall, heavy with silence.
Alright, here we go.
Dark stone.
I guess I could have switched out enchantments as well. Oh no, wait, that's my SLA. What am I talking about?
All of a sudden, the sense of rot and decay assail your nostrils. Something foul is here.
Switching off of my Soargan sword for this one, of course, since I don't think there's any Soargan in here.
You see the glint of metal through some cobwebs. As the secret door slides open, you see a magical
I think one of the casters in one of the side things is a Soargan. I'm not sure. The travails of the tiny wizard with the great axe. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry, I ran out of disk space while I was recording there. I hadn't cleaned up any of the recordings from this run yet. So I probably lost a little bit of gameplay. I think probably just this hallway. Okay, so here we go again. I tend to do this side first for no particular reason. My buffs have timed out while I was sorting that problem out.
So yes, what I was starting to say there was that I just started playing the Witcher games recently, or I've just played through Witcher 1 and 2, which I hadn't played before, and was really thinking about the contrast between the combat in those games versus Dungeons and Dragons Online, which I obviously play a lot more of Dungeons and Dragons Online. I've played an enormous amount of hours over the years. Couldn't even count the number of hours I've played this game. I mean, there must be a couple of hundred hours just on my YouTube account of solo games. But yeah, the Witcher games, Witcher 1's prologue was really interesting because it has this very kind of fluid combat system where you're moving around, has those great animations for spinning away from enemies and jumping over enemies if you want to get behind them. So the prologue really encourages you to dance around, and you can see I do that a lot in Dungeons and Dragons Online as well. I'm always taking time to myself so I'm not getting attacked by too many enemies. Using the crowd control stuff like Trip to try and minimize the number of people attacking me, even on a spellcaster like this. But then the rest of the game didn't really do the same thing. Particularly once you get the group steel and group silver abilities, the game kind of encourages you to stand still and not move around. Because all of the power of your attacks comes from getting all the way through an attack animation. Off standing still and working through a single attack animation. Just timing your mouse clicks to get special attack abilities off rather than moving around. So while I really liked Witcher 1 in the prologue, the combat kind of got less interesting. Whereas with DDO, I feel like you're still being paid. Like, this game rewards you a lot more for position, as well as using your other abilities, rather than being idle. So I still think DDO's combat stands up really well in comparison. Obviously the graphics and world building are better. Guess I'll have to do that at some points. Because the world is for a game that I play, because it goes through some environments. The sort of legacy of being Dungeons and Dragons definitely helps DDO because its own theme and its own environments. So I think there's a lot more variety in something like DDO. DDO is an MMO and Witcher is a single player game, so they're very different games.
Cannot be. Jacoby Drexelhand stands before you, not alive, but not quite dead. He cackles as he swears vengeance upon you.
Back here, and I will break up the two enemies. Okay, because the boss and the other skeleton come at different times, so you arc like this. What is the boss doing? He's running around doing no attack.
Drexelhand spits a curse and swears to return again before collapsing in a heap of bones. You take the cell key from his remains. The decrepit
Skeleton up some more.
are slightly obscured by the fallen.
I may go for something from the Archmage line. Makes more sense. We go grab the last explorer here.
The rumbling falls converge into a small body of water. The Sawagin keep close tabs on the comings and goings of the Korthos village citizens.
Wonderful. Let's go check on the spot. Ways to disable the traps or spells. Okay, I've already got a better protection rate. But that's okay. Alright, so that's it for this video. Welcome back to Let's Play Dungeons & Dragons Online Permadeath. Welcome back to Let's Play Dungeons & Dragons Online Permadeath. Alright, it is time to do the Necromancer's Doom, I think. It is the other very easy quest out on the island here. I'm hoping that will get me to level 3, but I guess it's not that likely to. Still have quite a ways to go. But I guess I can go back into Cerulean Hills now that I'm level 2 and I have better gear. Yeah, Cerulean Hills should get me to level 2, I think. Because I didn't actually do very much of the area at level 1. I just wasn't up to it, basically. You are kind of fragile on a caster at low levels. Well, these guys are all saving against my spells today. Right, so let's grab the Explorer up here. So that takes me to 10, Necromancer's Doom takes me to 11, and the way up from Necro Doom gets me 12th Explorer. That's good.
A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned Cannith manufactory.
Yeah, I'll get about another 500 XP from the Explorers. So that gets me above 1300, that gets me to rank 10, and then the quest would need to get me to 11. Maybe, I guess it's possible. No, I must be counting wrongly. Yeah, I've got 3,500 to go. Yeah, okay. No, I'm getting that on just the wrong quest. If I get some rares it would help, but I still think I'll be short of the targets.
The decrepit catacombs are
Yeah, I think of the quests on the island, Cannith Aqueduct is the easiest. Sacrifices, the quest name. And Necromancer's Doom here is the next easiest.